What's up, guys? Welcome back to Newswave. Today is the last day of the fall game giveaway, so if you want to enter, the link is down below. We're going to start the new giveaway starting tomorrow, and we'll announce the winner for the fall game giveaway on Monday, because the one we're starting tomorrow is kind of time sensitive going up to the release of the game, so I want to give everyone a chance to enter that one. So if you want to see what the new giveaway is, stop by tomorrow on the Saturday show, and you can check it out there. As always, guys, if you enjoy these videos, make sure to hit the like button. It does help out a lot. So let's start right away with some quick news, and we're going to jump into Ubisoft, because Ubisoft did comment on the Starlink issue. Remember we talked about that, where some Starlink starter packs were going out and the game was not in there? Well, they did comment, and they kind of told customers what they should do if they received the starter pack without the game, saying, "We've made aware that a small amount of Starlink Battle for Atlas starter packs have been shipped without a copy of the disc and/or cartridge included. We are currently investigating the scope of this issue and potential solutions. In the meantime, if anyone's been affected by the issue, please tell them contact Ubisoft customer service at support.ubi.com, and they will provide assistance." So originally we talked about going back to the retailer. No, it looks like you want to go to Ubisoft themselves and talk to them about the situation, and it looks like they're at least aware of it. So they should hopefully just get a game back out to you or something. It should be pretty straightforward. I assume you bought the game, you know, should get the game. Also, interestingly enough, do you remember we talked about NBA Playgrounds 2, and we weren't too happy with kind of the route they went with 2K. Of course, 2K generally means microtransactions, and yeah, that's there, and they've also included what appears to be, I think, a pretty serious grind to get all the characters. They don't really give you booster packs or anything as you level, like the first one. Well, it looks like they definitely just want you to buy Playgrounds 2, because the first one has been removed from all platforms. Like, you can't get the first one anymore unless you had already bought it and downloaded it previously. Of course, if you had it like on the Switch, for example, like I had it, you can go on there and just download it from your downloads manager where you have all the stuff you've owned. But if you try to go through the shop, it's not there anymore. So I think we see what they're doing here. Obviously, they want you to buy the one that has a better chance to monetize, we'll say that, with NBA Playgrounds 2. They don't want an alternative for the first one, so hopefully you got the first one, because I don't really know any other way you'd get it if you hadn't already picked it up. I don't know if it's ever going to get released again or anything, so that might be one of those games that kind of rare down the road. Maybe it's like a PT or something, just, you know, not as beloved as a PT. Next up, let's talk a bit about Telltale real quick, because we did get a bit more of an insight from someone who had worked there previously. They talked to GameIndustry.biz about Minecraft, the story mode game, and then Guardians of the Galaxy, and it seemed like there was some weird mismanagement, some weird ideas in that studio, as we've kind of talked about before, how it's probably why they struggled so heavily and had to lay everyone off out of nowhere. But they kind of went in detail here with GameIndustry.biz in this article, and they talked about how Minecraft originally was M-rated. They did come out later on and talk about how they misspoke and it's teen-rated. But even that kind of, they don't really understand the audience for Minecraft. That's obviously they had to go back and rewrite it, they said, which probably cost them a bunch of money to have to go back and rewrite everything. But they had to turn it into an E10 plus game, because even the teen one, according to Emily Grace Buck, was not appropriate for kids. And let's be real, most of the people who are going to play Minecraft story mode are kids. So at least it wasn't a mature rated thing. That would have made zero sense, so they at least corrected that. Then even Guardians of the Galaxy was actually the opposite, and they actually made it more kid-friendly and joking, and then apparently had to go back and they changed that to a more dark and brooding style game. But that's kind of the thing. It almost feels like they didn't really know what they were doing at first, and they had to go back after corrections and rewrite everything. That's not free. It costs money to pay people to do that, so it's just more mismanagement. It gives us more of an idea as to what happened at Telltale. They definitely weren't a well-run company or studio at all, and this just kind of shows us more about that. Oh, and real quick, there were a bunch of Xbox One X enhancements added in for some older games that are backwards compatible on the system. Microsoft's been doing this. They go back and they add 4K, they smooth out textures and everything. It's kind of the treatment that Red Dead Redemption got when it came over and people thought it looked like a whole new game. It still kind of looked last gen, but it looked way cleaner on the X. Well, you might be kind of happy as the games that they are doing. You're going to see a slide here, and yeah, you're going to see right away Left 4 Dead 1, Left 4 Dead 2, The Orange Box, and Portal. The Orange Box, by the way, is an awesome game. It's a nice little collection of the Half-Life games and everything. I would check that one out right away, even as Team Fortress in there, but having the Half-Life games get that Xbox One X enhancement treatment is awesome. So I'll be going back. Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, by the way, getting that is great because people still go back and play those, and we don't have a Left 4 Dead 3 despite everyone wanting it. So at least 1 and 2 look a bit prettier now. And guys, some of the quick news out of the way, let's jump into some of the bigger stuff, starting with, all right, so Nintendo went on Twitter and they tweeted out a new outfit for Mario, and it's Mario's dead now. Here's the tweet, and you can see right away it's Zombie Mario, as they call it. It's zombie headwear and a zombie outfit for Mario, obviously playing into the Halloween themes. We're going towards Halloween now, towards the end of October, and this is playing into that. But it's very weird to see Mario like that. Mario is dead here. He's a zombie. He has an axe in his head, which the headwear and the rest of the outfit can be worn separately. So you can technically have the axe through your head while you're, like people are saying, shirtless Mario and everything, or I guess the older version of Mario, the 64 version and everything with all that outfit. But you can have an axe through your head running around saving people. I guess just shows more and more that Nintendo is breaking from the norm or the tradition that they've been known for, where they do things like kill off Luigi in just a CG trailer for Smash, and here's now Mario zombified. He's just a zombie now with an axe in his head, running around as an outfit in their flagship console Mario game right now, being Mario Odyssey. So it's cool. It's free stuff. It's free costumes and everything for Mario Odyssey. I think most of us at this point probably want some real substantial piece of DLC for Mario Odyssey, because that game has had plenty of time to breathe, and I think most people will just be excited now to buy a $10 DLC that's I don't know, Delfino Plaza or something from Mario 64 further in. And there's a lot of stuff they could do with it, but at least they're adding something. It's just, let's get a big piece of DLC here, Nintendo, because I don't think you're going to come out with another Mario game the scope of Odyssey anytime soon, because that game obviously took some time to make. So let's add on to it. Let's do something cool with a new world or something to go to. Next up, let's talk about Red Dead Redemption 2. There's a lot of stuff to go over here as we're working towards next Friday when the game releases on the 26th. It's going to be awesome. I'm so looking forward to playing this game. I'm getting it on the Xbox One X. There's no PC version, so basically it's either Xbox or PlayStation, and I guess the X would give me the best experience, so I'll pick it up on the Xbox One X. There's still been a lot of questions around this game, and we've been zooming into box arts and the special edition boxes. Remember we did that a few weeks ago? We were trying to figure out the file size. It is a large file size, and it doesn't look like it's going to be just one disc that you get in the box. Let's first start, though, with the file sizes. Here they are here, and yeah, you're going to need quite a bit of space. If you get it on disc, so you get it physically, 99 gigabytes, so basically about 100 gigabytes on the PS4, 107 gigabytes on the Xbox One. Now, even digitally, you're still going to need a lot of space, okay? Digitally, you need 99 gigabytes for the installation space with an additional 50 gigabytes for the installation process. So you want to make sure you have about 150 gigabytes free on the PS4. It probably, when it unpacks things and assets and everything that it moves around, needs some extra space. On the Xbox One, though, you just need 107 gigabytes straight up for that as well. So yeah, it's a big game. I don't think is anyone really surprised that this game's big? I'm not. I figured it would be very large, with it being shooting for 4K pretty much out of the box and everything too, and it looks like it's going to be a very big game. Not shocked. But the question is, when we get this game, are we going to get it, pop it in, and then have to download a 50 gigabyte thing like we did with Call of Duty? That was a different situation, as it seems like it replaced the whole game almost. But are we going to have to pop it in, because of course one Blu-ray can hold 50 gigabytes of space? Are we popping it in, and then we're going to have to download the rest, another 49 gigabytes or almost 60 gigabytes for the Xbox? Maybe not. And there's a lot of things pointing to this being a multi-disc Blu-ray game. So you're going to get 2 Blu-rays in here is what it's looking like, and there are several things pointing to that right now. One, there is an image of a Japanese box art for this game that is already making the rounds, and it is official, and on the back it does have the symbol for 2 Blu-ray discs that come with it. Further, someone actually posted on the Red Dead Redemption Reddit, and it's been kind of pulled down already, and it's pulled off of Instagram and everything, so I almost feel like they may have gotten in trouble and they had to pull it down, and I don't know if it's Rockstar going around pulling this stuff down. It looks like there is a steelbook case that has a spot for 2 discs. So a lot of stuff right now is pointing to it being a multi-disc game with Blu-rays. And that sounds insane because, that's where we are now, guys. We talked about how 2K, remember they talked about in an interview how they want a better storage medium? Well, it looks like it's not just them, because Red Dead Redemption 2 it won't exist on one Blu-ray. It's going to need more. So it's interesting to see that going forward. And I guess no one really wants to do compressed audio, compressed textures and everything. They want their game to look the best and sound the best. So maybe we just need bigger Blu-rays. Maybe we need those quad layer Blu-rays that we talked about before and get over 100 gigabytes and put it on there. Those aren't cheap though. Like we're talking about 32 gig cartridges for the Switch. It's like what one of these amounts to, maybe even a little more. So it's not something that's going to happen overnight. It might be a couple of years, and that kind of falls in line with the next Xbox, the next PlayStation. So maybe those come with those kind of drives that can read those discs, and that's how they get around it. Rockstar also told their employees, usually they tell them to be quiet on social media, not to get into any scuffles or anything online. They basically told them you can go online and you can say things about your working environments here. And for the most part, a lot of the employees have come out defending Rockstar and saying, no, I'm fine. We sometimes I've put in a 50-hour work week before because I wanted to get stuff done, and nothing really crazy that says, oh, we have to work 100 hours and everything. So far it seems fine. But of course, most of them probably don't want to go out there and start saying 100-hour, 80-hour, work weeks or anything because they don't want to get in trouble by their boss. So I'll be more interested to see if someone like Jason Schreier gets anonymous testimonies from people that says, yeah, I've worked 80 to 100 hours a couple times because of pressure. We'll see. But so far, it sounds like Rockstar is much better than it was, 5, 6, 7 years ago when the original Red Dead was coming out. So there's that, I guess. It's good to hear that at least they're doing better there for now. You never know, a story come out later on. But there is one other interesting story that Kotaku did break. It looks like Rockstar may not be sending Red Dead Redemption 2 to your favorite mom and pop shop. Yeah, it looks like they're holding off and mostly sending it just to Walmarts and GameStops and Best Buys, with several mom and pop shops actually reporting that they are not getting it from their distributor. So like the small independent stores are going to have a hard time getting it. Allegedly, they won't be able to get it till November. And this is not new, okay? It sounds weird because maybe you haven't heard of this happening before, but I actually remember a few times where distributors didn't get the game until like the following week. So I think this is different though, because it sounds like Rockstar is doing this across the board, whereas at one point one of our distributors didn't get the game until the following week. That game was Mario Maker, by the way, interestingly enough. But it wasn't until the following week, but another distributor was able to get it to us. So I do think some distributors struggle, and to those independent stores, I recommend having multiple distributors if you can. We had 3 at one point. And one of them actually closed down, so maybe there's not that many left at this point from when we were ordering. Let's see. But yeah, that's kind of something we had to do, and then you have to kind of work around and pull some strings. And sometimes you got to use that Amazon Prime membership, even for a retail store, believe it or not. But it's a shame to see this. It almost feels like Rockstar is trying to keep leaks from getting out because those places do break streak dates. It's happened. So maybe that's what it is. Hard to say. But yes, Rockstar is being very protective of this game. And I understand, because it needs to make some money, as they've been working on it for a while and obviously put a lot of money into it. But we'll see. Fortunately, about a week left and we'll be able to play it. Then our last bit of news, let's talk about Black Ops 4. It did well, as you would expect. I'm going to tell you the numbers. And then while I'm telling you the numbers, I want you to think about how the stocks probably responded. Usually when you make money, they go up, right? So you're like, all right, cool. In 3 days, the opening weekend, Black Ops 4 sold through, not even shipped, sold through $500 million. Yeah, $500 million is what they made in the first 3 days. So you're probably thinking, wow, that's good. Investors were actually disappointed. In fact, the stocks tumbled a bit. As weird as that sounds, several places did report that the Activision stocks had fallen a bit. And investors are a little frustrated apparently that it didn't do better than last year. This is actually right in line with what it did last year, actually. $500 million is about right with where it was in its first week or so. It's 3 days or so. Yeah, it didn't really go up. And that is where we are in video games right now, guys. That's how strong this medium has become. $500 million? Not enough. We're going to sell this stock. Yeah, it's like that. Expectations are so high, and the need to impress these investors is so serious. $500 million isn't enough for Call of Duty, for at least in the first 3 days. It's going to make over $1 billion. Let's get that straight right now. But like, $500 million isn't enough right now. We'll see where they are in the holiday. Maybe they'll get those 3 commas, but 2, it's not enough, but yeah, that's just where we are. That's why you see microtransactions, DLC, because there is such a need to impress these investors, and it never stops, because next year, they'll want $600 million, in the first 3 days. They probably wanted that this year. But there you go, guys. Call of Duty makes $500 million in its first 3 days, and, disappointment. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for Newswave today. If you enjoyed this video, guys, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps out. If not, hit the dislike. Leave comments down below about everything we talked about today, whether it is that Mario zombie outfit. People were confused. It was really funny seeing it online. People were like, wait, Mario's dead and they're putting him in this? All right, I guess. Oh, he has an axe in his head. Okay, I guess I'll download this. It was just funny to see. And then let me know what you think about Red Dead Redemption 2, but specifically, what do you think about Call of Duty making that significant amount of money, but investors still not being happy? Do you think that's the real strain here on the gaming industry, is that investors are never happy? Really, they're always like, it could have done better. Even $500 million, Let me know what you think about all that, guys, down below. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys get subscribed for all gaming tech-related news and everything. Have a lot of fun, and see you guys in the next video.